Hello and welcome. This is volume 2 of my accidental mass making series, where we selected the fabrics for my December junk journal, and then I accidentally ended up making 6 in the end. Okay, so these are the ones we made in the video. I apologize for my voice. I seem to have picked up a mild plague somewhere. Right, these are the ones. They're very basic right now. You can literally whip them up in minutes. If you want to see how I did it, then I will link the playlist below. This one I thought was much cooler this way. All right, and then I decided I wanted a different cover in the end, so I cheated. I discovered this fabric as well, so decision making is definitely not my forte. And then we're playing with these embellishments. I will probably end up using them. Okay, but today's session is the most fun, but also potentially the most overwhelming. Today we are selecting the papers for the signatures. First of all, we have to cut this one to size because I made it a bit too big and it's going to annoy me. I mean, look at it. It's way too big. So I need to decide where I want to cut. Oh gosh, yes, okay. The end here where you cut this side. I made this one late at night in bed because I was tired, but also buzzing. I'm sure you can relate. So that's why it's the wrong size. I love this fabric, the hedgerow pattern. Check one more time. Yeah, definitely this is better. Otherwise it's going to be floppy in my hands. I could have taken the rotary cutter. No. Yeah. Okay, I'll sew this. Look, this can be a belly band or something. Nothing goes to waste. I have already prepared some papers I would like to use. So here are some of the masterboards we made in my 7 Shades of Sepia series. Not these, obviously. Some matte paper. I've already prepped some. Oh, this is all wrapping paper from last year. I love it. That can go in. Then Edith Holden. I'm sure I had more. These are the December section, but also the lists, the botanicals. Love it. So these can go in. There's some more here. Some of the jelly prints I've recently made. Also burlap, but it's the burlap definitely I'm going to bind in because I like the whole stitching coziness. I had a separate slow stitching journal, but I find that if all of the aspects of my art making are not in one place, then things simply won't get done. So I'm going to embed all of it. Right, so this is going to go in, burlap is going in. Right, and then there's different kinds of plain book, coffee dyed, patterned papers. Paper bags, beautiful, especially for the winter season. Some patterns for graphic elements. Okay, and then a coffee dyed or tea dyed, a paper bag. This can make good pages. So let's do some chopping first. So I'm going to use my pages that I've already cut as measurement. And with scissors, I can't cut to save my life. I mean, I can cut, it just won't be straight. When I said I faff and get overwhelmed, I was not kidding. So here are some avocado dyed A4, so standard copy paper. That's the size of my journal. So I'm going to use this as a template. It's the most idiot proof because I haven't, hopefully I haven't cut, no. So I like the aged edge here actually. This is a very good quality colouring book, watercolour paper, and it's an Estonian artist called Konrad Mägi. So you have the picture, and then you get to colour it in. I used oil pastels for the first time in my life. I really don't know how to use oil pastels, but this is beautiful. And I think maybe if I spray it to seal it, this can definitely go in my journal. I'm not sharing those with anybody else, I'm afraid. What? Okay. Really? Now I have a range of different types of paper. So the biggest pile here is the so-called ordinary paper, your coffee or tea stained, lined or plain paper. And I mean, to be honest, if you just take any one of these, find these, and that would make a lovely journal for somebody. So this is your ordinary paper. Then we have the sort of specialty paper, so all the different kinds of sepia. This provides really nice graphic patterns, but also if you actually like knitting, then there's a pattern here for you. It just adds a little bit of interest, I think so anyway. Tracing paper is beautiful. I usually use tracing paper that I've either nature dyed or jelly printed on, but I currently can't find my jelly prints. I've put them somewhere safe, so for expediency I'm showing you these. But you can stamp on these, you can stencil on these, and it just adds a different kind of noise to your journal, as does this. Different kinds of brown paper, especially now in the winter months. There's just something really cute about brown paper parcels, tied up with bow string, possibly, who knows. Anyway, and again, you can gesso these, stencil, and even look, the logo, it looks so jolly. Right, so some of these. Then I have the specialty paper, the wrapping paper from last year. I like this. There's map paper. It's always beautiful and lovely. And this looks like one-sided, so you can even write on the other side. But again, it adds visual interest. I could not understand how, when people had junk journals and they were just full of these images and things, I'm like, where do you write? And now I figured out that actually visual journaling is also journaling, and writing can be done on tags. Okay, here I've already started something, I think. But these are the masterboards from the 7 Shades of Sepia video. Check that out. I'll link it below. So they can go in later on. You can put your focal points on, etc. But for now, we're just aiming for binding this baby. Okay, so specialty papers, masterboards, some more specialty papers. So these are from old calendars. I really miss snow. We don't get it here in the UK, so I'm going to bind these in for myself as well. They're very garish, but I do not mind. And then if you want something even more special, then I'm going to add some burlap. This is a mesh I've used for jelly printing. I like the color and this slight sheen on this. I'm going to include this because I can use that for stitching on or whatever. That also qualifies as journaling, I have realized. Some lace, again, I've used this for jelly printing, and I like the color it's now taken on. I might use some of that. Here's a jelly print I will add for cute noise. I also have, you don't have to have it, but I do, I really like junk mail, not junk mail, well, you know, the envelopes that come through the door. These are masterboards made of book pages and envelopes. These are all eco-dyed. This is rust, probably very dark, but listen to this. So I'm going to bind a couple of these in as well, as basically as just windows and noise makers. There we go. Look, could just bind this and Bob's your uncle. Okay, I'll see you when I have figured out my signatures. So here we are. I have selected my papers for my signatures. I've made 3 signatures, and it's too chunky already, but so I might take some pages out. I also haven't decided on the cover yet. I'm torn between this one and this one. I might cut this out, we'll see. All right, So 1, 2, 3 signatures, roughly the same pattern, different kind of papers and things. The way I like to do my junk journals is this is relatively unembellished, so I put papers in and then I embellish and write and journal as I go. So that's why I'm not bothered about making all the things right now. I just wanted to have a selection of really lovely papers. So I will do the binding and final paper trimming tomorrow, and then I will share a flip through with you, and hopefully by then I will have also decided what I want to do with the cover. If you're still here, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.